Hey guys, what is up? My name is the Hippo, and today we're gonna be taking a look at the new Conquest in Battlefield 1 and why comebacks will never be a thing in Battlefield 1, except in TDM and sometimes in Domination, but in main game modes like Conquest, it is not possible because the devs of Battlefield 1 did change it extremely a lot since from Battlefield 4 to Battlefield 1, and I have a few images that we're mostly going to be looking at um, just to explain to you guys what it is, and I'll explain how it used to be and how it is now and why I just don't like it, because it just doesn't give you that ability to have those epic Battlefield moments. And you guys might hear my voice is sounding a little bit weird. I am kind of like sick at the moment. I have no idea why, but I'm just sick, but I will still continue making videos. So I hope you guys like it. If you did, drop a like, share it with your buddies, and subscribe for more Battlefield info. So let's start, guys. Okay, so the image on the screen is the starting screen of Dawnbreaker, a previous map in Battlefield 4. I highlighted the objectives from A to E. It's the Chinese versus the US. US are blue, Chinese are red. Okay, so as soon as you guys start spawning, you rush the objectives, you capture the objectives, 2 objectives for each team's closest to the spawn, and the screen will look around about like this in the next picture. And at this moment, the tickets will not drop. The tickets will stay 400 and 400, because that's the way it was. You need to have the majority of the flags to start draining tickets. So let's say there's a total of 5 objectives in the map. You need to capture at least 3 of those objectives or more to start draining tickets on the enemy team. So you can't capture 1 objective and think you're doing damage to the enemy team, because you're not. You're not doing damage at all. You're just getting points for that 1 objective. You're not draining the enemy's life. You're not making them lose. If you want to make the enemy lose, you need to have majority of the flags or more, meaning more than a half of the flags. Not on the dot half. Let's say there's six flags on the map, and you capture 3 each team. The points didn't drain. No, none of the teams were affected by that. But once a team captured 4 and the other one only had 2, then the team with 4 would have started doing damage to the team with 2 now, because they have majority of the flags. They have more flags than the enemy team. So if you have 1 flag, you're legit doing nothing, or that's the way it used to be. And that is why Battlefield 4 and those games had such epic moments where you and your team just get a comeback, and you just kick the enemy's team's ass because you worked together as a team and you held majority of the flags. Now in Battlefield 1, as soon as you have any flag, no matter how many amounts, if you have 1 flag, your tickets gain. So you get tickets for 1 flag, not for majority of the flags. Where in Battlefield 4, you needed to have majority of the flags to do anything on the scoreboard. To drain tickets, to do damage. And now in Battlefield 1, you need to at least have 1 flag. So it's harder to get a comeback, because let's say in the following picture. In this situation, you guys could see that the German Empire has only 500 tickets, and the Brits, have 800 tickets. In this situation, chances are you already lost the game. And I know that for a fact that they've lost the game, because how can you come back from that gigantic gap between the tickets? That's a complete 300 ticket gap, which is a lot. to get back in Battlefield 1. In Battlefield 4, if you held majority of the flags and you were like, okay guys, stay on 3 flags, that's all you need to win, stay on them, protect them with all of your life. If you die, respawn, come back, defend it, and we can win this. And then you can come back, because the enemy's tickets are not gaining. They are not gaining at all if you have majority of the flags. But now here, because they only have 2 flags, they still gaining tickets. Even if in the next situation where they only had 1 flag, they were also still gaining tickets from that one single flag. That's why if this score is as drastic as this photo, that you know you lost it, because how can you come back? They only need 100 tickets and you need 300 tickets. Yes, you have majority of the flags. You have 5 flags and they only have 1, but they will win because the ticket count gained for that 1 flag is high enough to get them that 100 tickets before your 5 flags could get you 300 tickets. That's why it is almost impossible to get a comeback. If you want a comeback in Battlefield 1, your team has to be the best of the best. You have to capture all of the flags on the map. How is that possible to capture all of the flags on the map, secure all the flags, make sure there's no flanks? It was way easier in Battlefield 4 to actually get a comeback and have those epic moments. I'm not saying they should make Battlefield easier, because at the end of the day it's not easy. Multiplayer will never be easy. There's always going to be those hard guys you fight and hard teams you fight. But to be able to get a comeback by just holding majority of flags and talking to your team and be like, okay, hold the objectives, we can do this, hold out, do it, kill them, do it. That is fun. That keeps you interested in the game. That makes you want to play it more, go for those epic comebacks, join a game late. I cannot tell you how many times I join a game mid-game and my team is getting a beating from the enemy team, where we have 200 tickets and they have 600 tickets, and I'm like, yeah, if this was Battlefield 4, we would have won this, because in that map, we had 5 flags and the enemy team had 1 flag, because we had that behemoth to help us. And this brings me over to my next point. The behemoths are useless. In my opinion, they are legitimately useless. Because the behemoth helps you get majority of the flags, but why do you need majority of the flags if the enemy team has 1 flag, which will anyway carry them to victory? That one single flag will help them win. That doesn't force them to come towards your other flags and cap it because they need majority now. No, they only need 1 or 2 flags, so they're only going to capture 1 or 2 flags. They're not going to push you hard and hard because they actually want this win as well. They're not going to push you for majority of the flags like it was in Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4. Back then, it was war on the battlefield because you needed majority to win. You needed all of the flags to win, and you actually fought for it. Now, the teams are like, oh, our tickets are so high, let's just camp for the last few minutes and snipe and get a few extra kills. What the fuck? Who plays a game like that? If you play Battlefield, you're in a battlefield. You want to have war, you want to have fun. You don't want to sit back there and just be like, oh, well, we're gonna win anyway, so let me just camp here and have a little bit of fun. No, you want to have teamwork. That's what Battlefield is about. Teamwork, communication, pushing harder than the enemy team, because the team that pushes hardest at the end will be victorious. And it's not like that. Once again, if the tickets are 700 and 900 and the team with 700 tickets have 5 flags and the team with 900 tickets have 1 flag, the team with the 1 flag will win because they only need 100 tickets. And they're also getting a few tickets from extra kills. So that's why comebacks are never possible in the new Battlefield. And I know it's a harsh word, but I hate the new Conquest. It makes it impossible almost, unless your team are like MLG Pro League players that can capture all the flags in the entire map and hold them. Unless you're that, you're not getting an actual comeback. Like I say, the only actual game modes you could get a comeback now in the Battlefield 1 is TDM. That's if you're playing as medic and keep picking you guys up and getting kills. And also domination if you capture all the flags. Once again, that's a bit hard because you need to capture all the flags. But I've seen that a lot. More than in Conquest, because in Conquest the map is so big, there's way more room for flankers and snipers and these tanks, and it makes it just so much harder to get a comeback, and it pisses me off because it takes the fun away, because like you lose hope when playing the new Conquest. If you join a game late and you're like, oh, we're already losing, you lose hope because you know you already lost, because how can you come back to this if the new Battlefield system makes it so pathetic that you just can't come back to this? It really makes it hard and also impossible to come back to a lost. And I know I sound a bit weird because of my voice, as well as I'm kind of pissed because I really do miss what it used to be. A lot of my friends are new to Battlefield, so they wouldn't know how it was in Battlefield 4. And those guys will argue with me days on, days out, that Battlefield 1 is the best game for this and this and this. But they haven't gone back. They have not gone back to what we used to have. The old Conquest was perfect. It was legitimately perfect. Yes, it was a little bit confusing with the ticket drain, but I mean, I played the game for a week and already understood it. So yeah, guys, I'm not gonna say a lot more about the Conquest from what it used to be and what it is now, because I've said basically all I wanted to say, and I am pissed about it. So I've said what I needed to say. That is my opinion at the end of the day, guys. If you guys do agree with me, if you guys did play the previous Battlefield and you do notice the big difference between the previous Conquest versus the new Conquest, tell me in the comments what you think about it. I'd love to get you guys' opinions and comments. Like this video if you do agree, and if you did not agree, feel free to dislike the video and tell me in the comments down below so I can know what you think as well, because I find my subscribers' opinion just as high as mine. So if you guys want to, you could also add me on Xbox. At the moment I'm playing on a separate account for some weird reason, but I will be back on my main account. You guys can add me, feel free. It's Hippo, same as my YouTube channel. And yeah, that's gonna be it for the video, guys. Hit that like button, share it to all your buddies, and I'll see you guys in the next video.